We're Hex-Files. I'm Josh.
And I'm Tamara.
But you already knew that because you're on our YouTube channel. I don't know if we've ever shot anything exactly for YouTube specifically.
We haven't.
But here we have Betty's sister, who we're going to try to talk to. And we got our friends. I think Amanda from Pretty Effing Spooky had her first.
Mm-hmm.
Or Cherise. One of those two had them first. And we'll give all the links down to their videos because we're all doing videos. And then Ivy and Hannah of Ghouls Trip got this doll. And we're the last ones to get it. And so we're all doing this blind study where nobody's talked to anybody. They just mail it. Keep it for a week. We've had it for 2, maybe longer now, just because we went on a Bigfoot trip. And it's like, well, we can't get that in. But so what we want to do is a couple things. We're going to do pendulum, tarot, spirit box, Estes method with this doll, and then tomorrow we'll do the
gruesome twosome.
We'll have our sister join her, which reminds me we need to get Betty out of the house.
She looks so forlorn over there.
I don't want jealousy and I don't want contamination. All right, so Betty is so Betty's out of the house. It's probably...
Okay, that's neighbor kids. Right?
Yeah. We literally just put her outside because we didn't have anybody to take her. And now we're hearing somebody yelling outside. It's the neighbors. It's gotta be.
Gotta be neighbors, right?
One more second. So I just checked. It was the neighbor kids. Because for a minute there, I was like, oh God.
It was too weird.
So, because they hadn't made any noises up until now. And, so, should we start with the tarot?
Yes.
And we can, okay. So what's a good question for the, I guess, the experiment as a whole for the tarot?
Yeah.
Maybe we could get like, who are we communicating with?
How do you want to be reached?
Right. And the reason we're calling this Betty's Sisters, we don't have a name for her. We have to edit all the reading out. So we got a book because we're not tarot proficient. Not with all the cards. Is that reverse conqueror coins?
Yes.
It says project and says be structured.
Yeah.
So, okay. Do we have another question for you?
So should I do a little documentation? Should I keep the notes as we go?
Yeah. What does the spirit want to communicate with us? Sound good?
Sounds good.
That is 3 of Wands reversed. Is that bad?
Not the greatest.
I didn't think so. It would benefit you to be open and to prepare for some changes and shifts. To be open to opportunities even when... We got this when we went Bigfoot hunting. That's the last time we shuffled this, and it told us this.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm open. I'm very open. We don't have any preconceived notions of her. Betty came with a story from eBay. This one has no story. So we're flying blind. We've not heard anything from our friends. So be open, be structured.
I want to say almost like, if there's a spirit connected to this doll, where do you not want to see this go? How do you want this to not be? 10 of Cups. Okay.
Okay. Celebration, peace, connection. Wait, what?
Ma'am.
So...
I think that's saying don't take this experience for granted.
And I also feel like it's saying, like, don't... It doesn't want a connection. It doesn't want to build those things because we've already decided that through talking, Cherise wanted this doll back. Betty was not wanted by anybody, and that's how we got her. This one, we know that she's just visiting.
Yeah.
So maybe this one's like, don't make connections with me. Because with Betty, we've kind of like welcomed in and called Betty. What if that's Betty like, don't fucking like this doll?
We have to say that there's no contamination from Betty.
Right.
Though.
We don't think. Because my thing is, Betty seems like a portal, and I don't think there's one spirit attached to her at any given moment completely. And I feel like no matter if she's out or far away, we know something stayed behind with Cherise. Like, if
She's with us.
there's going to be contamination here. But I'm interested how that layers and changes when we have Betty side by side tomorrow.
Go back and tell the whole story of the reading. So to me, it's like,
I like that.
don't get overly attached to this idea of this doll or the spirit attached to it. Don't take the experience for granted. Stay open to the possibilities of what it might be, of what we could see or where the project will go. And the Conqueror of Coins reverse reminds me to be methodical, be consistent with the investigation.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that. The one card about what they don't want it to do is a little confusing to me because it could be reverse of everything that card says, which is don't take things for granted. It wants us to. I think it's more about the connection.
Okay.
I think it's more like do not make a connection with this because.
Well, that's ominous because isn't that what we're trying to do?
Well, no. What I felt and read it in the sense of don't treat this doll like we did with Betty. Like we're invested in talking to this doll, but don't form a connection. Don't do all this. Maybe because it's hard on the spirits that are attached to it, one or more.
Don't make it a home.
Yeah, don't kind of like, don't make me feel more comfortable than because I'm leaving kind of thing. Like this is our home, this is your home kind of thing. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. We'll see what comes of it.
So we're staying open.
Leaved her a little bit ago. Opened her up and immediately the faces were similar. And because I just want to talk about our experiences and getting her, since everybody else is probably going to. She's like filled with things like corn or something, beans. She's filled with something that Betty's not.
Yeah.
So she's a little bit more slouchy. I didn't get any vibe off her, to be honest. Whereas you have had a
very visceral reaction to her. Like I can't really look at her directly or think about her without getting that kind of like chill. I don't like her. I don't like it. I don't like the doll. I don't like what's inside of it. It feels
that's a lot to say right before the whole thing, but
I don't like it.
I wonder what that is.
I don't know. Like I have like a very like put it back.
But it is worth noting that when we got Betty, it felt very different, and I never felt put off by Betty.
Man.
Even though I don't like dolls. These dolls don't look like the creepy porcelain dolls that I'm always freaked out by.
Mm-hmm.
However, these are opposite of what everybody else felt. Like it was just Cherise and Amanda with Betty, and they felt like, oh my gosh, this doll is creepy. Whereas we didn't. No. And then you have the opposite effect. Like the only thing we know is they said they had a great time with her. That was it. They didn't say great, because we're all paranormal investigators, so great could mean, oh my God, she was so active, or we got really weird results. Or great could mean, she's so sweet.
Right.
But we don't know we don't know the name, we don't know anything about this doll. So
she had been on the plant stand beside Betty for a long time, and my jasmine was growing around her, like sort of all around her feet and all over her, and I was taking care of my plants. And mindlessly, I just sort of picked her up to move her, and in my mind, I heard like a blood-curdling scream. You know, in that back of your mind, sort of like mind's eye, but it's your mind's ear place.
Right.
Like,
as somebody that talks to a demon all the time.
Yeah.
I know what that is.
I heard that scream, and then immediately had to stop touching her, and have not touched her since.
Yeah, that's just weird, because I feel like that's valid, like, because that's like, you're picking up on something.
Yeah, there's a lot of energy on this doll. I mean, I won't go as far as to say haunted or contains a spirit, but there's
which is so weird
because
because
something there.
I don't feel that. I don't really feel much energy off her, to be honest.
The way her insides shift.
The weird thing to note, that jasmine plant has so many different places to go, and it's always gone around like Betty's foot,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's been going around both of them. Just interesting note.
Yeah.
I think there's some activity, but I think the tarot was really spot on.
Tarot isn't always a good way to go.
Yeah, but all right, I guess we should try the spirit box.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna record on Audacity, like we did before, to get EVPs, and it's just easier on this. We know it worked with Betty.
Mm-hmm.
We got our K2 meter, which may or may not be going off during this. I'll try to hold her. So we're gonna do what's called the Estes method. You should be familiar now if you've watched the other videos. These are isolation headphones. We don't have a blindfold right now, but that's fine. I won't peek. And I'm gonna just scan the radio frequencies. Go ahead and turn it on. And we'll see if we can get anything talking to us.
Before we get started, I just want to say that this is a safe space for any spirits connected to this doll that want to communicate. We're here to understand, we're here to learn, we're here to grow. We're not here for any malicious purpose. This is a safe space for you.
Question?
Are there any spirits connected to this doll that want to talk to us?
Is not falling off.
Are you a spirit connected to this doll?
Can be.
Oh. If you can be, would you please be?
Doing it.
Thank you very much. Can you tell us your name?
No.
If you cannot tell us your name, can you tell us how many you are?
Wednesday.
Ooh. For our purposes, I'll call you Wednesday.
Think about it. And then
Wednesday, are you a human spirit?
working. Okay.
Wednesday, can you tell me something about yourself?
Never respond. I am.
Wednesday, can you give us a clue about who you are? Wednesday, I poured you a little shot of rum, the good rum. Left a couple of pieces of candy for you.
All.
All for you. I hope you accept them. I hope you can use them as fuel. Can you tell me if there's anything else that you need or would like? Are there more than one spirit attached to this doll? Wednesday, do you see that gray box on the table? If you can see that and you want to, touch it and see if you can make the light change.
Hey.
Hello. Welcome. Wednesday, do you like cats? If our cat Floki says it's okay, you can pet her.
I can tell you're messing with the antenna. Oh, you're looking right at me. I thought I heard Dorothy at some point.
Wednesday, is there a name you prefer to be called other than Wednesday? Wednesday, why do I have such bad chills every time I think about you? Why did you scream inside of my
Right.
mind? Wednesday, are you connected to Betty at all?
Play. Bye.
What do you want to tell us? What do you want us to know?
I think that was an exact. It said exactly.
How can we help you?
Love.
Okay.
Here. Calm down.
I
I
understand.
can do it.
We have love for you. We have love for all spirits. Do you want to play?
$93.
What does 93 mean? Is that an age?
Peoples. Knowledge.
Which people? Are there any other names associated with these spirits?
Monster.
I don't know you to be a monster at all. I know you as a ghost. Why do you feel like a monster?
Olive Garden. It must be a special occasion. Resisting.
Are you resisting?
Fingering.
Are you telling me your story?
Okay, I don't know how long that was.
13 minutes.
13. Is this hot? Is this like a fan? That's weird. I don't know why that's going. Do you think that makes sense?
Yeah.
All of it?
Not all
Well,
of
not
it.
all of it, but some of
A
it.
good deal of it, yes.
I felt like none of that made sense. I felt like it was just like haven't done it in a while. We tried Bigfoot, but it didn't.
I feel like that's the beauty of the Estes method, is that it shouldn't make sense. You should hear it, say it, flush it.
Right. Yeah, like Olive Garden. I heard it, so I'm gonna say it,
Yeah.
even though I thought it was funny.
I mean, well, for a special occasion, let's go to Olive Garden, obviously.
Yeah. Is it an anniversary or birthday or?
Right.
I didn't hear any names. I just heard maybe Dorothy before Floki started playing with stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm sure you asked a name.
Do you remember when you said Wednesday?
Yeah. Was that when you asked the name?
Yeah.
I heard Wednesday, but then I thought American Gods.
I know, me too.
I was like, tomorrow's Wednesday.
I'm
No,
not going to
tomorrow's
tell you
Tuesday.
anything more, so it
Okay,
can be
don't-
like
yeah.
true Estes when you ask questions.
Yeah.
Against my thoughts on how this would go in the beginning, I will hold this doll
Okay.
based on previous Estes method data. I'm in.
Okay. So my name's Josh, and I will
Just think.
Okay. What's your name? Is your name?
That's on purpose.
Is your name Wednesday?
Listen.
What's on purpose?
You don't know about me.
I know. I'm trying to find out.
Break it. You stay naked.
How old are you?
Is dead.
This is your doll?
Work. The Estes.
Dude. Are you saying this method is working? Do you like it?
I'm just a
Just a what?
But yes.
But yes, what? Oh, was this your doll?
What am I?
I think you're a spirit.
Drop it.
Maybe more than one. Or...
Rachel is the actor.
Okay. So who am I talking to?
Laura.
Okay, are you Rachel or Laura? Was Wednesday a name that you just like to be called? I think you said made that up. How old?
Drop into my.
How old are you? I remember saying fall a lot. I don't know what in regards to, but this is saying drop a lot.
1.
Is that how old you are? Are you Rachel?
I felt
What
loving.
That's good.
Hold it. Hold it.
So are you Laura? Do you like talking to us?
Extremely.
What do you want to tell us?
Yet we are.
Maybe we are as in Rachel and Laura? Maybe sisters? Are you sisters? Did you both own this doll?
Think she can?
Who's
Totally good. Immortal.
What do you want us to know? You're mortal. You're totally good. You extremely like talking to us. Is there something we can do to make you more comfortable?
We get all.
Do you like Betty?
Had to learn.
Did you have to learn how to talk to us?
Satanic.
Okay.
Book.
Do you like Betty? Question was in my head before it said satanic, though.
I declare.
So is it just Rachel and Laura? Are there two?
Up with. Drugs.
Up with drugs.
Respectful. Star. Different content. And
Can you tell me how many fingers I'm holding up?
5 years. Your goals. Totally equal.
Is 5 years an age?
Rolling. Incorrect.
Trying to think of what to ask.
Help.
Do you want our help? That's the dog having a bad dream in the background. How did you die? I feel like there's so many things that I can't make out. The driving, roll.
Moves about.
Can you tell me how many fingers I'm holding up?
Shelf.
You were on a shelf, kind of. So
You.
I heard a 1 and a 5 years. I don't know if it's age related.
Crumble.
I feel like Flucky sees something. I'm not talking to Laura.
More candy.
Do you like the candy we gave you?
Thanks.
Was this Rachel's doll?
Could not be any.
Is this Laura's
The doll.
Are you attached to the doll?
To rest.
Do you need us to let you rest? Are you stuck?
Cute.
Are you looking at Floki?
This doll. The wild.
Can you name someone?
The active.
Can you name someone who had you before in our group?
Babycraft.
Babycraft.
Don't wanna. It would take outreach. Can't stick.
Not sure what to get off those. What?
That was a corpse. Check it out.
I don't really understand everything, and that's okay.
Purpose. How do you know that? Talk to me.
Okay. What do you want? You said help.
Everything falls apart.
You said help, so
Money.
you want money?
Whew.
So 16 minutes. I didn't want you to keep going too long. What? Some stuff made sense. There was a lot of talking that I wasn't even asking questions for. When you look shocked, what was that?
I felt this doll move. I felt like probably over here on my left side, I would think like her arm or her pigtail move outward.
So, Floki was not over there on that side. When that happened, Floki was up here.
Mm-hmm.
I think we both heard like a little click come from the kitchen. Lucius was having a bad dream at some point.
That voice that said talk to me was so clear and so deep and so guttural and so...
Which is weird because I said like, what did I say? I said, is there anything like else? And I was like trying to wrap it up because you were saying stuff that was like intent, but it's like I don't know what to make of it.
Yeah.
There was a Rachel, a Laura, I'd asked names. They came, most of the responses, if I'm not trying to do reaches, like came a couple questions later that seemed to line up, like age, then we heard a 1, then later it heard like 5 years, and I couldn't tell if I was talking to more.
Right.
Because at the time it sounded like you were maybe talking for 2, like back in like a conversation.
Yeah.
You had said satanic. I don't really know.
That tripped me out too, but I heard it, so I said it.
But you said satanic, and in my head I was going to ask, like, what do you think of Betty? But I didn't ask that because you were saying stuff. And then you said satanic, and later I said, were you saying Betty's satanic? And you said, I declare.
Oh.
And I said, do you like talking to us? And you said extremely. Cute came up. But when she said that, her eyes looked like they were looking at Floki. Floki was looking right at her. And like Floki was like staring.
And this is very specific. Like one of the things that I felt about this doll is that it was sort of dirty. Like it was like kind of icky, like as an object, not. As,
said doll a bunch.
Yeah, more than I spoke out loud.
That's kind of weird.
I was just getting the smell of like a fresh, clean hotel bed. Like when you go to a nice hotel, how their like laundry smells. Like I was smelling that. There's nothing here that should smell like that.
Again, I don't know. I'm interested to see what everybody else found.
Yeah.
Because we got Wednesday, and when I said, is your name Wednesday? It was like, I made it up. Or that's what I made it. And I was like, oh, so, and then like later you got Rachel. I was like, well, did you, and then later it was Laura. And I'm like, were you sisters? I was asking all these stuff. So we'll have to go back and listen. But I think there's definitely something responding to us. But you said the Estes.
I did, and that was so weird. So weird. Like, I almost didn't want to say it out loud because it's too on the nose.
Right.
Like,
but, I mean.
But it was very clear. Very clear.
Right.
But what we're going to do now is try to investigate with both of them. They've been sitting here with a little, we got quartz here as like a battery. We've got the EMF in case that goes off. Let's see if y'all can see those lights. The offerings we had. And what we're going to try to do, we got 2 spirit boxes. And I'm going to listen to one with headphones, and we're going to play the other one. And you're going to say what you hear. I'm going to say what I hear. We're going to see if they communicate to each other. I'm going to be designated with this one with the headphones.
Yes.
So that this box, hopefully, if all goes according to plan, this box is going to correspond to Wednesday. And that box will correspond to
Betty?
Yeah.
I think it's interesting to note that just because we think the spirit box on the left will correlate to Wednesday and the one on the right will correlate to Betty, that might not absolutely be true.
this. Three.
I do.
I heard Betty on mine. Completely different
Yeah.
friends. Alone. Stand. Three.
My back.
I thought I
Technology.
heard Betty again. Shouldn't have.
I'm fine. Loaded.
Question.
Would you two like to have a conversation?
I like you.
Number one. If I find them. Energy. Don't stop.
Birthday? Let me see if I can get it louder. I still can't hear anything over there though. These are pretty good headphones. Quite.
Available. Do you have anything you'd like to say to us or to each other? Mouthful. Please do. Continue.
That was like persevere. Dharma. 3. Lots of 3s.
Hurts.
And you probably already asked this, but are you guys having fun together? Do you talk to each other? Nice. Yeah, that's what I thought I heard, buddy. Are you guys similar?
Amanda.
Yeah, oh. That was clear as fuck.
I like them. Leaving. Hope.
Here I am.
Welcome.
Can either one of you make this light up?
The other one. Empty. Doll.
I think to be more or less active now.
Not at all.
Do you have something you want to say to us? Okay.
Seven days. Ugly. Not ugly. Not ugly. Can you see this flame? We already exist. Can you move that flame?
Can. I see we move that there for like movement. So I've been trying not to breathe on it. We won't use this for questions, but if y'all want to like play with it. Yeah, see. I heard this is candy. But there's candy on the table, and you said candy last night. Can you move this pendulum here? Referrals?
Bullshit.
What's weird is like I feel this like I honestly can't say I've ever felt it on a pendulum. It's almost like you were holding a magnet. I'm probably talking really loud, but it's like you're holding a magnet and it's like it feels like something's trying to tug on it from different directions. Even though it's not swinging really crazy.
Can you show us which device you like the best?
No?
Why not?
Battery?
Can you touch the gray box?
Well, thinking about that, we're over 15 minutes. Ooh, that's so loud.
No.
This one is not loud at all, but okay, thank you. Turning this off.
Go with it. Hey, bye buddy, bye doll. Bye Wednesday.
So I know you could kind of hear different things. Did it seem to do along the lines? I know it's a lot to ask. We just thought, why not try it? We've never had 2 haunted dolls or 2 spirit boxes at once, so
You maximize your
we
resources.
thought, why not try something new? This is the first place you've seen us try it.
So the thing that struck me the most is when we had like several mediums going, I said, is there one of these that you prefer? And you immediately said no. And then the spirit box that I was listening to said, why not? That was conversational.
That does sound conversational.
Yeah.
Well, to wrap up, different experiences. If you want to hear our experiences with Betty, you can listen to our episode that we did. We had Cherise on. I really want to know what all the other investigators found.
Yeah.
Betty, different vibes for sure. Although we never felt Betty move.
No. Yeah, she unsettled me when I thought I felt her move. Her, I guess I'm calling
Did
her
this
her.
say Betty at all?
Never.
No.
No.
I mean, maybe Betty was coming through. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of an experiment.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying. It's not like, oh, this one is only going to be for this. Maybe they were both using one. Maybe
Maybe
they
so.
weren't using either. So, I mean,
Maybe they're both tricksters and they both want to make us look kind of silly.
this one definitely feels like a trickster. This one
Oh, yes.
doesn't
No.
to me. So to wrap up, I think they're both haunted. I don't think I would say this one's as haunted as Betty.
Yeah.
This one might have energy, and this one might have like a past and energy. Imprints, yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like Betty actually has, like, she's an active doorway almost.
Yeah.
Just from our experiences, and we aren't going to have her as long, so it'll be interesting to see what they say. But that's our findings. Definitely haunted. Probably a portal. Was her hair always like that?
Probably. I mean, it's Betty's hair. It's hard
Right.
to tell.
And then this one I feel is definitely imprinted with energy.
Just a
but it didn't-
well-loved doll. This has sadness to me. Like, she feels sad. She asked for love so many times.
But she also moved. So, I mean, I'm not ruling out that there's nothing attached.
Yeah.
This feels like there might be stuff attached with a history. This one feels like a doorway.
Yeah.
In addition to probably something attached maybe at some point. But
I mean, we've fed this doll a ton of energy, so it could very well be a portal. I mean, we've used this as like a summoning point many times for spirits. Many people have.
right. And I feel like having it, I think some things take on a life of their own if they say they're haunted enough. But let's say you were a spirit and you wanted to communicate and somebody kept thinking that this object was haunted.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you could find a way to attach it or get the attention using that, whereas you weren't necessarily attached to it before. So
It's like walking a path. You have to walk it a couple of times before it's a path.
And like all of this stuff, there's never an answer. There's only like breadcrumbs, and you'll never know for sure. And that's just where we delve.
Per usual,
Yeah.
more questions than answers.
Okay, well, thanks for watching. And there might be more. I don't know if we're gonna show clips from the Zoom meeting, but we'll see.
Yeah.
But thanks for watching.
Bye.
Thanks for participating.